We're going to go through some techniques that you can use on yourself to help with your C-section scar recovery. So the first you can do while the stitches are still healing is to just do little body massages, little tummy massages in circles above and below the scar, because all of this area, it could be tight or sore, and the more mobile it is in this region, and you can see how it's kind of pulling my scar just gently. You don't want to do too much while the scar is healing, but once the scar is healed, you can pull on it a little more and even just like hold stretches like this, kind of up like this, so that you are stretching the scar without even touching it. And then you can do the same on the bottom in any direction that you choose or feels good for you. So everyone's scar is going to feel a little bit different. Once the scar is healed, you can do those circles in both directions right over the scar. And it could feel bumpy or sticky or a little bit sore or numb, so it can feel a variety of things. But the more that you engage with the scar and touch it and work with it, the looser it can get and the less sensitive it can get. It's also going to help to get engagement with the abdominal muscles underneath the scar by loosening up this scar tissue and making it more mobile. So that's just light tummy massage. You can go, I suggest starting lightly, and then you can increase pressure as comfortable. But you might find that there are areas of tension above and below the scar as well. So you can start with massage. Another thing we can do is skin rolling, which we did in pregnancy as well. And we can pick up the skin between our index finger and our thumb, and you're just going to roll down your abdomen towards the scar. And once those stitches have healed, right over top of the scar and down onto the other side, and then move over and do this line. So I like to get people to do it vertically from top to bottom, but then also horizontally as well. If the fascia, so we're doing some that's fascial stretching. If the fascia is a little bit tight, which it probably will be under the scar, it can be really hard to do that to that tissue. So take your time. It could be uncomfortable. A lot of times when fascia is tight, it feels bruised and achy and sore, but the more that you work on it, the better it will be and the more mobile it will be. So you might start off and it's really sore and achy, but the more you do it, it improves. If it's too sore to do it right over the scar at the beginning, then like I said with the massaging, just do above and below. And you can also do kind of like these fascial twists as well. And this is stuff that I do with people in clinic. If you don't like doing this, if it makes you feel ick to begin with, then you can get your therapist or your partner to do it for you. But I do recommend starting to engage with it yourself, because the more associated and comfortable you are with your own scar, the more it's going to become more part of your abdominal wall again, and work in coordination with all your other muscle groups. So the next thing we can do is, if you have access to fascial cups, you can do some cupping as well. And so this is going to bring blood flow, and you can see all of this stuff is already bringing blood flow to my skin in this area, but you can do cupping in one of two ways. You can either put cups on, so these ones are just from Amazon, silicone cups, and which will pull up the tissue underneath the cup, so it's pulling blood to that area, and it's also stretching out the skin and the fascia. So you can either just leave it there, or there's usually bigger sizes as well, so you can see how much blood flow is being pulled there. Once your scar is healed, you can do fascial cupping right over your scar, and it feels a bit funky, it feels a bit weird to have it pulled up there, but cupping can be a really effective way at getting your scar to be less sticky. And if I take them off, the tighter it is, the more blood will kind of pull to that area. If you do it super hard, you'll leave a bit of a bruise, but that's okay. The bruise will go away. If you don't like that feeling, you can put a little bit of lotion on your skin and pull the cup along your skin this way. And like I said, once that scar is healed, you can go right over top of that scar. If it's too painful to do this, then start lightly with some of the less aggressive techniques and work your way up to it. If you have numbness, the more you work with your scar, the more likely that that sensation is going to return. So my fake C-section line is a little bit high here just for the video, but you can do this above and below. You can do it on your side body. Anywhere that you feel tight, you can work on with this. Fascial cupping is a really great way at reducing that tension that's really hard to stretch out, or you stretch and it doesn't really feel like it did anything. Fascial cupping is a really good way to work on that. Okay, so we have massaging, we have skin rolling, and then we also have fascial cupping as well. So those are my 3 kind of top tips that you can try at home on your own. If you want a therapist to help you with that, you can do that. But I do recommend that you work on it at home, because the more you do it, the better. And I hope that's helpful. Message me if you have any questions.